Okay, so here we read in 2 Corinthians 9, verse 8, this concept of having abundance for every good deed. This concept is found in 2 Corinthians 9, 8. It aligns with various teachings in the Torah concerning God's provision and blessings in response to obedience and generosity. One notable parallel can be found in Deuteronomy 28, where blessings for obedience are richly described. For example, in Deuteronomy 28, verses 1 through 2, it states that if you faithfully obey the voice of the Lord your God, being careful to do all his commands that I command you today, the Lord your God will set you high above all the nations of the earth, and all these blessings shall come upon you and overtake you, and if you obey the voice of the Lord your God. We also read in Deuteronomy 28, verse 12, it says that the Lord will open to you his good treasure, the heavens, to give the rain to your land in its season, and to bless all the work of your hands, and you shall lend to many nations, but you shall not borrow. Okay, so these verses, as examples, from the Torah, they convey the idea of obedience and dedication to God's word, right? Which leads to this overflowing blessing, enabling God's people to perform good deeds and to help others. The notion that God's blessing equips his people to be generous and to do good aligns closely with the New Testament passage that Paul is explaining here in 2 Corinthians 9, verse 8. These passages emphasize the principle that divine provision equips believers to live out generous and impactful lives, right? God's blessing can be shared, right? And is to be shared. And it underscores a continuity in the theme of God's abundant blessings across both the Torah and the New Testament. So again, this is how Paul taught Torah. The Torah has not passed away.